All right, YouTube. Welcome to the show. We are going to get into some craziness today. We got all types of stuff to talk about, from this Umar Johnson HVAC to some legendary snitches we got out here. Allegedly, we got some legendary snitches out here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the legendaries. And like I said, we're going to talk about the Umar HVAC. And we are certainly going to react to AAS again today, okay? I do also have some hot topics that I wanted to discuss, so we're going to get right into it. But first, I am going to play for y'all a 10-minute timer so we can get right into the show. Make sure that you guys get your libations, grab your weed, whatever you're going to do, because we're going to get right into the show today. But again, I do have some great things that I'm going to talk about. We're going to talk about AAS. We are definitely going to talk about the legendary snitch, okay? We are going to talk about the legendary snitch because clearly he is legendary, and y'all better put some respect on his name, okay? So we're going to go ahead and talk about the legendary snitch, and then, of course, I wanted to address the Umar HVAC situation. So welcome to the show, guys. We're going to get right into it in just a moment. I am going to play a quick timer so we can get into the show. Snitchers. I hope everybody is doing as great as I am today. Shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate everybody for being in the building. We are going to get into this fuckery this morning because I got motherfucking time today, okay? I did not have time yesterday. I thought I was going to have the time, and I really did not. But I do got motherfucking time today, okay? We are first going to start off, okay, with the legendary Snitch, okay? Because allegedly to him, he is legendary. Now, mind you, I still have not heard what he's actually said. I really have not. I'm not bothering myself with that fuck shit. But we're going to go ahead because what I've heard that he said is that he's a legend in these streets, okay? Which is probably true. Actually, it is true because he is legendary for snitching. Now, I'm going to tell you how I know this, okay? And I'm not posting nobody's paperwork because I'm not fucking dumb. I'm not doxing my folks, okay? I'm not doing that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to have you prove what you're saying, okay? Because what you said, and this is what got me asking questions about you, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you what you said, and I'm going to tell you why I'm asking questions about you. And then we'll get into some other stuff because this nigga ain't even worth my energy. But what you said was that you was part of the JBMs, okay, which is the Junior Black Mafia. Now, for those of you who are from Philly and from Jersey, which is where they originated, you know who the Junior Black Mafia is. So what you said is that you were part of them, okay? So my question would be to you, well, who? Which part? Because where that originated is in Jersey. And guess who started it? My own family. Okay, sir? Hello? Yes. So when you're talking about certain groups that you're affiliated with, be prepared to show those receipts because I actually have family that started that. They are much older than you, sir. Okay? Some of them are dead. Some of them are still alive, okay? And the ones that are alive, including cousins who are related to my uncles as their sons, know exactly who you are, sir, okay? So check yourself. Instead of screaming into the StreamYard and talking all this shit and talking about how much of a legend you are, yeah, you are definitely a legend. You are well known for being on niggas' paperwork. And that's just what it is. Like, you could be mad at me, scream, holler, yell, call me out, talk about you want to fight, all this other shit. You gonna do this, you gonna do that, you gonna rape a bitch, all this other shit. I don't give a fuck, nigga. At the end of the day, like I said, you talk too much. You open your mouth too much trying to impress niggas that you don't know on YouTube. But what you do know now is that the folks that you claim you're a part of, which, by the way, I'm not saying, I'm not going to confirm or deny whether you were part of anything. But what I am going to say is you are definitely on paperwork. And I know those folks. Hello. So again, legendary snitch, nobody's putting respect on anything concerning you, okay? But what I would like you to do, is get out here in these streets and instead of screaming and hollering, get out here in these streets and talk to these niggas. Put these niggas on camera with you and have them confirm that you that legend that you talking about. Other than that, you talking shit like every other bitch on here. And that's just that, my nigga, period. And I'm over you. We done with you. We not even going to keep talking about you like that. I really don't have much else to say about you. All right, so it looks like there is there's somebody in the chat that is kind of just spamming the chat. Can y'all get rid of that for me, please? And I appreciate it. Thank y'all. And let me go ahead and go through the comment sections before we move on from this legendary snitch right here. Everybody's just saying hi to each other. Sparkle, hey Sparkle, I appreciate you being in the building. You said T-Pre, LOL. You said, thanks. You said, Dr. Nikki laughed. And you said, hey, Mama Sparkle. You said, hey to Glow as well. Glorian says, hey to Spark. And Keeping It Plain says, hello, T-Pre in chat. What's up, Keeping It Plain? Dr. Nikki says, hey to you. You said hey to her. Everybody's just kind of speaking to each other. Thank y'all. And yes, please remove this person because they're like spamming my chat. For real. I don't appreciate that shit. You said grown snitch got nothing but a big mouth. Exactly. Nobody, listen, like I said, he opens his mouth too fucking much. Okay? Like, bro, you open your mouth too much. And I would have never checked on anything if it hadn't have been for you actually saying which quote unquote group you are allegedly a part of, sir. Like, just stop it. Okay? Stop claiming names and stuff like that if you're not really that nigga. And then on top of that, at the same time, who the fuck is doing that anymore? You understand what I'm saying? Nobody's out here, even my own uncles and them have gotten a life together. You understand? Like, niggas get their life together after a certain age, okay? So you still being stuck in when you was in jail and what you did in jail and all this other shit, bitch, that speaks volumes about you, my guy. Like, you're not impressing no motherfucking body. Stop it. You're not fucking impressing nobody. You said G Murder. What's up, lady? Gloria. You said T-Pre facts. Yes, I got another person spamming the comments again. Hey, beautiful Bernice. I appreciate you being in the building. You said already done. Already, yes. We ain't getting into this nigga all like he wanted niggas to talk about him like that. You said a grown snitch is nothing but a follower and a clown. Exactly. And you said, hey, beautiful Bernice, greetings. Okay, you said, oh, wait, who is this person that keeps spamming my comment section? What is going on? I know I got moderators in the chat, so I think y'all going to take care of that. All right, thank y'all for doing that. Legendary loser, exactly. Legendary snitches, legendary losers, legendary old-ass man. Like, that's what you are. You're old at this point. Like, sir, you know how old you are? Do you know how old you are? Like, yo, this nigga's like 60. And he's still talking like he's still in school. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I should make the comment section members only. That way that would just start. This whole thing would just stop. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for being in here and helping out with the moderation. So either way, we are probably me and mine sending the fucking the bots to our channel or AAS, because we definitely gonna get into that bitch today too. I gotta react to one of her videos because allegedly this bitch is out here bugging. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into this. First of all, well, you know what I really wanted to do was tell you guys this crazy story that happened here in Delaware. Okay, so this is actually in the newspaper, and when I read the story, I was shocked, but then I wasn't, and I'm gonna tell you guys why in the end. Okay, all right. So it says a Delaware man was arrested and charged with driving under the influence. Oh shit! I just lost the fucking thing. Hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'm gonna find it again. Hold on 1 second, guys. Either way, it was crazy. The story is wild. And like I said, I'm going to tell y'all in the end why I was shocked, but not shocked at the same time. Okay. It says Delaware man arrested after driving vehicle into the ocean. Now, y'all know Delaware is on the East Coast and there is actually beaches right here in Delaware. Okay. It says a Delaware man was arrested and charged with driving under the influence and additional traffic violations after driving his vehicle into the ocean. The incident occurred at approximately 7:20 p.m. on Thursday, September 8th, when Delaware Natural Resources Police State Park officers responded to Navy Beach at Cape Penelope State Park in Sussex County, Delaware, following a report of a water rescue in progress. Witnesses contacted 911 after seeing a vehicle drive into the surf. Bystanders entered the water quickly, helping the driver exit the vehicle and return to shore. In a video posted to Delaware Surf Fishing's Facebook page, the car can be seen being battered by waves as it floats in the ocean. The driver was identified as 48-year-old such and such. Okay. During the officer's investigation, Blank was observed to display signs of impairment. He was then transported to Rehoboth Police Department for further investigation and was charged with DUI, a misdemeanor, and inattentive driving and operating a motor vehicle on closed Delaware state parks areas. Blank was video arraigned at Justice of the Peace Court 2 in Rehoboth Beach. He was then committed to Sussex Correctional on $1,500 cash bond and was issued a no contact order with Delaware State Parks. Okay. So, I know this person. I don't know this person directly. Like me and this person are not cool with each other, but me and his wife are, okay? So shout out to her. I know she's going to end up here in this video. But me and his wife are very close. We're very good friends. And she's been with him. Well, she's not his wife. She's his common law. And she's been with him for a long time. She's been with him, I would say about 8 years now. They've been together. And 8 or 9 years they've been together. And he has been a drinker. In the first 3 to 4 years of their relationship, he was a heavy, heavy drinker. Okay. And she ended up leaving him for a little bit, and he got his shit together. He hasn't been drinking like that in years. Like years, y'all. Okay. So for me to read this and read his name in the newspaper, I'm like, damn, that is fucked up, because he used to drink like really, really bad and do like really weird, crazy stuff. And then I guess, she had left him for a while, and he really did get his shit together. Like he had stopped drinking. He had stopped doing all this extra stuff. And I guess he back to, like, it's not funny, but I just find it crazy that I'm just reading something, on my phone, and it happened to be somebody I know. And damn, like, to see him slip from grace like that is crazy. But he actually drove into the ocean, which is pretty difficult to do in Delaware. Okay. Like I've got to hand him that. That's pretty difficult to do. That's not something you can just go, and you just drive up on the beach or whatever. Nah, like there's a couple of beaches where you can get pretty close, but not like where you're like directly on the actual beach and able to physically get your car into the water. Like you'd have to be really doing some extra shit. And that's why people saw him, because there's no way you're going to get past anything like that in Delaware. That's crazy. That is crazy. There's one spot I know of downstate, which this is downstate too. But there's one spot I know of downstate where it's the ocean. The beach is beautiful. Like you can go and you can sit pretty close to the beach in your car if you wanted to. But you can't get like into the beach with the car without rolling over some fences and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know how he did that, but hey, it is what it is. It's sad. It's unfortunate for her and him. But yeah, I don't even want to call her and ask her. But eventually she'll see this video. I haven't talked to her in a while, but eventually she'll see this video. But yeah, that is crazy. You said grown snitch wants some credit for doing nothing. Man, like I said, as long as he's screaming and hollering in the fucking in the StreamYard, don't nobody care about none of that shit. Nobody's scared of you, sir. Okay, like at all. As far as, all this extra shit, I don't know what you really said. I'm sure you said something about fighting me and something. You want to fight a female. Yeah, because that's the kind of nigga you are. Like, that's why. That's the type of nigga you are. You're honestly not, getting over on anybody. Everybody can tell the kind of nigga you are. You said, is Jesus in the clouds? Spammers getting raptured this morning. He said, claiming he can fight young men when at 50 plus. This nigga is 60, yo. You said niggas act like they the only one that's trained in boxing or MMA. Exactly. My brother's an MMA fighter. He is an MMA fighter, has been one for years. That is not anything new in our family, You said, good morning, everyone. You said, hey, Stephanie Collins, KIP, and Dr. Walden. You said, hey, Stephanie, here's some coffee. You said, Steph, hey, what's up? What's up, defrauded? Steph, hello. You said, good morning, everyone. You said, KIP, what's happening, homie? You said, everybody. Everybody's speaking to each other. You said, TMK, salute, sir. Just relaxing this morning, taking the day off. Yes. You said, BB, TMK, T-Pre, big facts. You said, hey there, solid sister, Dr. Nikki. You said, if he wants to arm wrestle, I got him. I guess he wants to arm wrestle. Yes, he wants to arm wrestle with us. That's how grown man gets down. Well, we can't call him grown man anymore. We got to come up with a name for him, okay? So it's either going to be legendary snitch or grown bitch. Which one are we going to do? Like, which one is it? We going to do legendary snitch or grown bitch? Let's put a 1 in the chat if we going to call. Let me put his picture up one more time real quick. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to call him legendary bitch or legendary snitch, or if we want to put a 2 in the chat if you want to call him grown bitch, okay? A 1 in the chat for legendary snitch, a 2 in the chat for grown bitch, okay? I'm going to go ahead and play a quick 2-minute timer, and we are going to get into this Umar HVAC situation because I definitely wanted to talk about that. I had some comments on my comment section from Q-Nundrum, and there's a couple other people, but it was particularly Q-Nundrum that put something on my comments from the Umar video that we did on the HVAC, okay? And I want to talk about that because, bro, like, I'm not really sure what angle you're coming from, but we are definitely going to talk about this today. But shout out to Umar. He actually got the HVAC, but we are definitely going to get into this because I think there's some folks that really don't quite understand what happened here with the Umar and the HVAC and how powerful that video was that I made. Okay. So we're going to get into that. But let's go ahead and play a quick 2-minute timer. I see y'all voting. Oh shit. Okay. I need some more 1s or 2s. I need to know. You said I got with both. Okay. We're going to do grown snitch. No, we're going to do grown bitch, and we're going to do legendary snitch. That's what we're going to do. So either one, guys, y'all can call him either one from now on. Okay. He is no longer grown man. Okay. He's never any of that. No, he is either grown bitch or legendary snitch. Okay. One of the two. Exactly. Especially a nigga like him calls himself grown man. What's up, Tyrone Bigos? You said, sorry if I'm not responding to everyone. My cat is trying to take my damn phone out of my hand. Cats be doing the most, girl. Put a thumbs up, guys, in the video, and let me go ahead and get this timer going so we can get right into this Umar fuck shit because I got some questions, and we're gonna get into it. All right. So, yes, word on the street is Israel Bound snuck on the roof to try to install the HVAC by his unauthorized self. Shout out to Speak Easy. I appreciate you being in the building. What's up, Pixie and Germ on the board? I appreciate you as well. Everybody's laughing at the speak. All right, guys. So I want to get into a question that was left on a video that I did where I said, Umar Johnson HVAC tech tells all. Okay. That video got over 2,000 views on it, and it got even more shares across other places, such as Twitter. It got across Discord. There were people watching, like it was all kinds of places that this video was being watched. Okay. So ultimately speaking, this video definitely, I believe, was seen by Umar Johnson. And the reason I believe that is because people were saying that they were actually going to send him a copy of the video. Okay. Now, I'm glad that he did see the video, because now he can't say what he's been saying for the longest time. Okay. And I wanted to preference the conversation with that because Conundrum, you're welcome to, and you're welcome to come into the comment section. You're welcome to come up here and speak. But I will tell you, the message that you put under here did not make sense to me. Okay, because clearly you didn't watch enough of the video to understand the dynamic of and the power that video had. Okay, because when I made the video and the video was released, within 2 weeks of that video, Umar has properly done what he was supposed to do and what he should have done a long time ago. Now, how we know he was lying about the HVAC and having the HVAC in his possession is because, as the technician stated, you have to be a certified HVAC technician to even purchase the HVAC. Okay? Not you can go purchase the HVAC and you can store it somewhere until a technician is able to install it. Because that is the storyline that Umar was going with. He was going with, oh, I have an HVAC. Check out this HVAC. I need a technician to come install this HVAC. That is what Umar said. So let's stay, let's be honest and let's stay focused here, because this is what Umar actually said. He has said this on multiple occasions in multiple spaces. Okay? Let's keep it real. So once the HVAC technician was not only able to confirm that you have to be certified, but he was able to contact HVAC installers and contact HVAC suppliers to prove that you have to have certain certifications in order to even purchase the HVAC. They're not even releasing an HVAC to you without having these things in place. Okay? So I wanted Conundrum to really understand the dynamic of this conversation, because what you said was, now that the HVAC has arrived, I guarantee you that there will be no correction on the story. This is the reason why we are so effed up as a people. We prefer to put out misinformation, but refuse to correct information if that information is erroneous. Now, ma'am, you said that Umar Johnson has not purchased any back. I think you meant to say any HVAC. I literally went to the block party, and sorry for myself not to mention that there is a video of the HVAC in front of the school being loaded onto the school. But I'm sure you'll deflect at Black Lounge. I am an advocate for the proper information, whether I like the person or not. My response was, LOL, finally. And then you said, will there be a correction? I highly doubt it. And then my answer to you was, what correction, quote unquote, is needed? Have you even watched the video? Clearly you haven't, because Umar ended up finally doing what these men confirmed. So please relax and have a few seats, sir. I know that you put another message after that, and I went to go to it so I could respond to it, but it wasn't there. So I don't know. I know a lot of times YouTube does erase messages for stupid reasons. I don't really know. I don't know exactly what was in that message. But you're welcome to come up. Oh, here you are. You're welcome to come up because I'm going to drop the link for you, as a matter of fact. Going to drop the link for you because I really want to know what your question is. You understand? Like, I'd actually want to know what we did or what was said in this video that was incorrect. So can you tell me what he said? I just dropped the link for you, sir. Can you tell me what he said in that video as an HVAC technician that was incorrect? Because what he said in the video was you have to be a certified HVAC technician to purchase an HVAC. Okay? And all of a sudden, Umar has an HVAC because he did exactly what this technician said. He went to an HVAC installer who was able to go to an HVAC supplier and purchase the HVAC and then install the HVAC. So what was said that was wrong?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. What was wrong was is that we have a habit, and what I've seen very often throughout this entire Umar saga is that when there's information that is put out relative to anything that's supposed to be factual, once those things come to fruition or they come to pass, no one seeks to correct those things. And let me explain to you what I'm talking about relative to you. At the what do you call it? The post that you made that I initially came on to, right? I think it's a 46-minute mark. I think I can go back and find out what I posted.
I can pull it up.
Okay, but I think it's 46. Hold on, because I can. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you said that as a fact. You said a fact that Umar lied and never purchased a HVAC system. Those were your words, not mine, and I'm not paraphrasing.
Exactly. Yes, and I stand by that. But so I totally stand by what I hold on. I totally stand by what I said, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay.
Go ahead.
Because Umar is not a certified HVAC technician. He has told us for years, off and on, back and forth, that he has purchased an HVAC or that he's waiting to do this. This is happening, that is happening. And finally, he said, I have an HVAC. I need somebody to install this. Now, if he needed somebody to install this, right, then that means he doesn't have an HVAC because only a certified HVAC technician can purchase an HVAC.
Okay. So just out of curiosity, if he didn't purchase the HVAC, who did?
A certified HVAC technician. He showed the certified HVAC technician. I have the truck up on the screen.
So the HVAC technician paid with his money?
Yes, he gave it to. He did the right thing. Now, do you understand what I'm saying? So the power of that. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. The power of that video, right, was before that video. This is not the story that Umar was telling us.
Understood.
So where did the lies come in? What needs to be corrected? Because see, Black people, one of the problems, like you said we as Black people and how we handle things as Black people. One of the things as Black people that we do is we are easily moved by everything that says they want to do something for Black people. Do you understand? That's one of the problems. Hold on, I'm not done.
Right.
Because you said this. So we need to be able to question any and everything. We should be able to do that as Black people. One of the problems we have not done as Black people is question more things and come for people and ask people more questions about their stance and how they're coming for our money and how they're coming for our communities. So when you're talking about how Black people should handle things, right? Are you saying that Black people should just blindly do whatever someone says just because they're saying they are doing something for Black people? Please tell me.
Okay, so
because clearly he has lied to us.
Okay, all right. So I see that we're playing a word of semantics.
No, I'm
We're
not
playing
playing word.
semantics.
No. Absolutely not. No. I'm not playing word semantics. This is his words.
Okay,
Period.
so on. Let me see. Let me look at my calendar real quick, so I can give you my timeline. 1 second.
While you're doing that, I'm pulling up that video.
Can't find that date, but it was maybe about a month about a month and a half ago. I went to Atlantic Facilities in Wilmington, Delaware, for some other business. I'm actually a businessman from New Orleans, and I actually saw that same HVAC unit that was for Umar. I got wind of it through another associate of mine. That's where the HVAC unit was being stored. So
yeah, okay. So we already broke
let me,
down. Hold on, no. I'm not gonna let you finish with that because the facts have already been spoken, and I'm gonna tell you where they are. Okay. At the end of the day, every single HVAC supplier has said they are not sending an HVAC out to be stored anywhere or anything of that nature. I don't care what anybody told you, showed you.
Oh no, I don't know about. Is that about somebody telling you?
I'm about to drop you off of my show if you're about to keep throwing bullshit out here, because we've already spoken to the factual people.
Okay. Is this conversation going to be one-sided? Are we having a conversation or are we having an argument? I mean, it's not an argument.
If you're arguing, that's on you. But I'm letting you know I'm not going to let you come up here and spew lies about this. Period. Okay. I'm not. Just
so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, ma'am. Let me ask you a question. Do you actually have in your possession or on your visible site a purchase order with a date that says when Umar Johnson paid for it?
You have a good day. You have a good day. Fuck out of here. Like I fucking said. You're not going to get up here and spew lies and spew bullshit when the actual people, the people who are the experts, have already spoken on this matter. At the end of the day, this man, hey, Eric, I appreciate you. I'm going to drop the link for you again if you'd like to come up here, because you're the actual expert, okay? You are the expert in this matter, not this nigga. And I'm not going to let you, I don't care. Like, I ain't never been the person to be patting niggas on the back and, oh, yeah, I'm going to talk all sweet to you. No, you're going to come up here and you're going to speak facts to me, sir. And if you're not, get the fuck up out of here, period. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care what you do. At the end of the day, you're not going to be telling me what black people need to fucking do. Because if black people follow you and follow the way you are, we're going to stay the way we've been for the last thousands of fucking years. Period. And that's facts. We need to question everything. Everything. And how dare you say this is the problem with black people? No, the problem with black people is you, sir. And that's period. Point blank on everything. The fuck are you talking about receipts, sir? I already showed the receipts. You're the one that wants to argue back and forth on whether or not he has an HVAC and whether he has this and whether he has that. We know he has the HVAC now. But Umar was trying to lie to the people, period. He did not own an HVAC, and he was not looking for anybody to install an HVAC because only the HVAC tech can go purchase the HVAC, and only the HVAC tech can go, oh, mute yourself. I got you. Only the HVAC tech can go and purchase the HVAC, and only the HVAC tech can go and install the HVAC. So there is no storage of no HVAC. There's no purchase orders. Like you motherfuckers, it's niggas like you that believe every motherfucking thing and you don't question nothing. So that's why I got a fucking problem with you. What's up, Israel? I appreciate you being in the building.
What's happening?
What's happening, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hey, yeah. So the funny thing is that when has anybody seen the units actually on the roof?
Right, that part too.
Because nobody, like, never has there been a situation where a crane shows up, removes an old unit, has the new unit right here with us, and it's not getting installed the same day. That's just way out of the spectrum of any sort of logic, because it costs a lot of money to have crane operators out there.
Right,
And,
it
and
does.
so you wouldn't have them out there 2 separate days, because that's 2 separate prices to pay for the same installation. It just don't make no earthly sense. And number two, no HVAC contractor will come, and any responsible uh consumer would do the same thing, in that you would never have an HVAC unit installed residentially or commercially if you don't have electricity to test it, which he has electricity, but it's not under legitimate pretenses.
It definitely isn't. The
And
Delmarva
so,
Power does not have any commercial accounts set up at
right,
at
right. And
EG.
then not only that, you have to have these units operate off a electricity and B gas. He has neither. So you can't even as a technician turn this unit on and say, hey, it's working. You're gonna test every unit that you install.
Hold on, I'm
So
gonna let him come up here one more time. I'm gonna let you come up here, but I'm gonna tell you now, okay? I am not going to let you spill any bullshit. Like,
yeah,
listen,
what?
No.
hold on, wait.
I'm not.
This is my show,
Right.
and I'm gonna tell you, I am not
Right.
gonna let you spill bullshit. Now, I can
Right.
let you speak your side, but spilling bullshit and telling me I need to produce receipts, I don't need to produce shit.
Now
Period.
I want to answer Mr. Israel Bound's question. Mr. Israel Bounds, if you give me your email address, I'll send you the pictures as well as a video of the HVAC unit on top of the building.
Sure.
Anyway, what is
Sure. My email address. Listen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so let me say it first, because it's kind of tricky. It's actually super cool. It's actually super cool 1971 at gmail.com. But super, no. Listen, super without a U and K. I'm in cool with a K. So SPERKOOL 1971 at gmail.com.
Give me super one more time. I'm getting an echo.
SPER. So super without a U. And cool with a K. One word. 1971 at gmail.com.
Okay. Give me, ma'am, do you want to see as well? Ma'am, Black Lounge, you want to see as well?
I'm sorry, you're one of y'all have
Hold on, let me see if it's my mic.
Still there?
Yes.
So yeah, it must be my mic. I'll mute when I stop talking.
Gotcha. All right. Super Black Lounge, do you want me to send it to you as well?
Yes, please.
Give me an email address.
Yep, it's lovinglife7842 at gmail.com.
Loving Life
7842 at gmail.com.
All right. I'm gonna sign off and finish listening to the podcast, but I'll get these emails to you.
Are you willing to answer a couple of questions, sir?
Sure. Now, before I answer those questions, you have to understand that I'm a very neutral party in this. My biggest issue with anyone, be it someone that has information about you, or someone that has information about anybody, just because you don't agree with what someone is doing or saying, doesn't mean that everything that's being spoken about that person is actually the truth. Not only that, it's just that I've seen where people have said things, not just about Umar, but once the things are brought to fruition that's not the fact, they refuse to go back and change it. or they refuse to go back and address it. Now, Ms. Black Lounge, you may have a point that, I guess is when he purchased it, but that's still my position. Okay, what's your question, Mr. Israel?
My question is this, right? Let's outside of the obvious, right? How do we not question the fact that Umar himself isn't showing you how he acquired these units? Because
let me answer that.
Go ahead.
What I have immediate control of is what I choose to do with my money. If I donate it to
let me interrupt you because like you said, listen.
Let me finish.
No, wait.
If you want me to answer the question, bro, you have to let me finish.
No. Let me clarify the question before you answer it. Let me say that, right? Because what you're saying, what I'm saying is this: you can't instantly start your response with what you choose to do with your money.
You haven't let me finish.
Wait a minute. Because this is not Umar's money. This is
If you let me finish, you'll hear what
if you let me finish, you may not say something silly.
You asked a question, sir. At least let me answer the question.
Just chill out for 1 second, bro. Just hold up 1 second. Yeah, it's not going to take me but a couple seconds. What I'm gonna ask you to answer to me is this: A, how are you tying this to personal rights with money? Because I'm gonna say this and then I'm done. Because any charitable organization has an obligation to show all dealings of money spent and coming in without question.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay,
really.
All right. So let me answer the question in two parts.
Go ahead.
I'll finish what I was saying initially, which is what I choose to do with my money is my business. Now,
see how he wouldn't say that anyway. That's why she kicked you off the show in the first place. Because this ain't your money. And it's not his money.
Your money has nothing to do with this.
Stop saying hey, mute him for a second. Mute him for a second. Nah, just hold up. Either be quiet or just get muted for a second.
Go ahead.
So this is how they deceive people. He instantly went in to explain and talk about what he chooses to do with his money. I told him from the outset, don't say something silly about this being personal rights to money, because we can pull up the law in every state that deals with every state's the same. Any charitable organization has to tell every single dime of every single transaction, no matter what it is, to any member of the public upon request. So when he starts his argument with what I choose to do with my money, shows that he's not neutral in this situation. He's biased and he's an Umar supporter.
Okay, can I at least finish my thought without interruption?
Go ahead. Let him finish, y'all.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna let Glorion talk.
I'm gonna finish again what I was saying before. What I choose to do with my money is my personal business. Now, if I donate money to Umar, and Umar is not doing with my money what I think that he should do, guess what I have every right to do? Not donate. Now,
no.
Let him finish.
Let him finish. Go ahead.
When it comes to a donation, you're not entitled. And I can prove this. You're not entitled to know what someone is doing with your donation. Let me explain to you how. If I make a donation to a guy that's begging money on the street, all right, and he goes and buy liquor with it. If I see him buying the liquor, if I take that money back from him, what is that called, sir?
You asking me that question?
Yeah, what is that called? If I give money to somebody to buy food, and I see him buying liquor, and if I take that money back from him, what is that called?
Two things. That would be disingenuous, and that would be what they call it, Indian giving.
No, sir.
Yes, it would.
The legal term.
Well, the legal term. There is no legal term.
Okay, let me give it back to you again. If I donate something to somebody,
Right.
And if while they have that donation and I take it back against their will, what is that called?
Oh yeah, that could be robbery or something like that.
That's theft.
Right. Or your bare minimum.
So now you don't get to dictate what somebody do. You only can dictate what you do with your money.
Okay. All right. So let me respond to that real quick.
Go ahead.
That's a lie, an outright lie, because there's a difference in donating to somebody on the street, which you spoke of, and which I agree with. You can't take that back. We're talking about a 401c3, which none of that shit you just spewed applies to. You have to, as a 401c3, tell any member of the public anything they want to know about your finances. Period.
You think that's a fact, sir?
I don't think shit. I went to school. I went to college for business administration. I know that that's business law.
And you're speaking of the law, correct?
I'm speaking directly about the law, and I can give you the law if I can go look it up, and she can post it online for everybody to see that you full of shit.
Can you read that, sir? What does that say?
What does what say?
What does that say? That card. What does it say?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
That's my bar card.
I have an overlay up so nobody can see your
okay. But that was my bar card. But nevertheless,
your bar. I don't care nothing about your bar card. If you got a bar card, then you should have damn well. Hold on, no. If you flashed a bar card, that only supercharges my point that you full of shit. Because if you got a bar card, you know damn well I'm telling the truth.
Irregardless of
irregardless of your ass, I'm off this show. This guy's a fool.
No, don't leave it.
Oh, listen. What he just did was put his foot in his damn mouth. Nah. I'm gonna overtalk you till she either kick me off the show or mute me or mute you. Listen, he just stuck his foot in his mouth. I'm gonna let the public know I ain't gonna bullshit with people. He just sat here and proved to all y'all that he full of shit. Because he said he just flashed a bar card. A bar card, for all who are not aware, is a card stating that you are familiar with the law and you have been through law training as a legal practitioner. So as a legal motherfucking practitioner, nigga, you know that a 401c3, a charitable organization, must show all transactions to any member of the public without question. Period. Now, go pull up the law on that and post that. If you want to post some shit, don't post no bar card, because that just makes us know you full of shit.
Word. Exactly. And that's why I was getting frustrated with him, because I know he's a longtime supporter of Umar. I've often listened to him in the past, and I know that there's a lot of good points that he makes, but at the same time, we've got to stop just saying as a whole, oh, black people are, we got to stop doing things. If we all do what the hell he's doing, listen, we're going to be in the dark for the next couple hundred motherfucking years. And that's fact.
We sat here and try to relate a personal donation, which you can't tell nobody what they can do with something. You said, hey, I can't take that back. I can't get, do nothing about it. But at the end of the day, that don't apply to charitable organizations, and anybody can go look up the law on charitable organizations and see that any charitable organization, from the March of Dimes to the Red Cross to the Blue Shield to whoever, to the Salvation Army, go and see if you can see what they do with their money. All you gotta do is look it up online. It's right there. Any one of them. So since this nigga has told everybody, this is my school, this is my money, I don't have to show my financial dealings, all that showed was that he didn't know the laws on which on the organization that he tried to start.
Exactly. Now, brother, I've got a couple of other people on the platform. Cool. Let me start off with Glorion real quick, and then Make a Change, and then Naps. What's up, Glorion?
Yeah.
Good morning, Miss T. Pre.
Good morning, sis. How are you today?
Girl, I'm good. I sent you some coffee earlier. I'm going to send you some more. I just came. Actually, I forgot. I got you, girl. Actually, I completely forgot what I was going to say, so I'm just going to leave it as a good morning. Here's a hug.
Girl, yes, because that was a lot just now. It ended up becoming a lot,
Girl,
but it was a
between your
good.
lot,
It's a good conversation because I really feel like it's people like this that are like kind of enabling this man. You know what I'm saying, with this fuck shit,
but
and
see,
that's the problem. And then you've got that mindset of people who think that all black people are a certain way, and we all got to move in one direction, and and if we're not moving this way, then we're
you can't
stupid. We're
because
dumb.
not.
That's part of the problem, sir. That talk is part of the problem.
I mean, it would be nice if we could all move as a community in one direction, but
Right.
not all skin, not all skin folk is kin folk. So
That part right there, and that's
you
just what it
know.
is. He welcome to spend his money wherever he wants to, but that does not mean we all have to, and that does not mean we all cannot question this man. We are going to question him, and like I said, I'm going to stick with the facts. He did not own an HVAC. I don't give a fuck what your email says. None of that. He did not own an HVAC because the technician would have installed it. Period. Point blank. Period. Fuck you talking about?
Listen, at this point, T-Pre is like, okay, you have another example. So, like, either people start paying attention or they don't. I mean, you
Right.
just have people that, and I'm not saying they wrong. I'm not saying they right. You can love or hate whoever you want, but you gotta follow who you follow, and other people gotta follow who they follow. Like you can literally take somebody and show them a dead body, the weapon, point the guy out who did it, and guess what? The people of that defendant be like, "Oh, he didn't do it. Well, he was on tape." So
Right.
it's kind of like that situation. It's like you got examples over examples. So if they want to believe that, let them believe it, girl, because
That's
it's too
it.
much. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
it.
too.
And that's the part that they don't understand. Like some folks don't understand that anybody can have their own opinion about this. So if my opinion of this is what it is that this man is a liar. Now you want to blame all black people for that? Like, stop it. What do you mean? This is, like, I need you to stop coming for me that way. Like you said, sir, if you choose to put your money into this nonsense, okay, that is your business, okay? I choose to believe it's nonsense. I choose to believe that this man, and I'm not saying he's scamming. I am not saying that. I've always said that. I've always went back and forth with stupid bitches like fucking AAS and them because I never said he was actually scamming. There's a difference in scamming and just being bad with money and being haughty and being disrespectful and not knowing how to ask for help and different shit like that. That is what I've said about him. So, as far as the whole scam and all that stuff, I've never said that. And actually, I've said that he's been audited, which is another question that I was going to get to. I never had a chance to, because there was somebody that asked me if Umar has actually been audited and do I have proof of that? Yes, Umar has been audited a couple of times. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what dates, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to go look for that, but you're welcome to go look for it. But yes, he has been audited a couple of times by the IRS, and they didn't find anything where they would say he was actually scamming. The AAS and them really went hard on this nigga. Like, they was trying really hard to get him locked up and all kinds of crazy shit, acting like he was really out here doing some real criminal shit, like, and tried to wrap up a bunch of people in that, like as if we were all, and anybody that was saying he's not a scammer was a part of this quote unquote criminal organization. This is what anti-Afro-Svengali has been about. Okay, so no, I don't think he's scamming, and I'm still not going to say he's scamming. Does it look like he's scamming? Yes. Is he a liar? Yes. But has he scammed people out of their money? I can't say he's done that. But I can say he's bad with business, and I can say that he really don't know what he's doing when it comes to running a business, especially a fucking school. And he needs help. And if he's not going to ask for the help, if he's not going to accept the help, then he's going to keep doing this for years to come. And that's just that. Now, where's the lie in that? I don't see the lie. What's up, Make a Change?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
I'm good.
Is Q still on or did he leave? I just had a question for him. Or did he
Hold
already?
on, let me see. He's right here.
Hey, Make a Change. Before you ask me whatever it is you're about to ask me, I just want to make myself clear, and I want to apologize to Black Lounge if I may have upset you about anything. I want to be clear. I've never donated to Umar. All right, but I will defend anything that's being said about you, whether you're right or wrong, or anything that's being said about anybody else, whether you're right or wrong. If it's a fact, then let's enjoy the facts. But if it's not, then I think it needs to be pointed out, and that's my character flaw. So I apologize if
no, that's fine. I respect that, because I would do the same thing. Like if it's not actually factual, you see what I'm saying? Like the whole thing about him being a scammer, that is not a fact. You understand?
Well, you know something. I told somebody the other day. What it comes down to with Umar Johnson is his intent. All right. Now, what he does prior to that, or in the midst of, what it all boils down to his intention. All right. Now, does he intend to open a school? I don't know. Actually, I actually don't know. I have a sister that spent 15 years trying to get her doctorate. All right. She kept going back and forth to school, and I supported that effort. But the thing that made me support that effort is
he got a bad reverb coming in on my side. I don't know if everybody else can hear that. Sorry, I ain't trying to interrupt.
So, but I'm not trying to argue with anybody. I'm not for the YouTube streets. I enjoy these platforms. I just gave my 2 cents, and I'm sorry that 2 cents upset people. But I would like to be able to have a difference of opinion, even the same opinion, without people getting upset with me. I don't get upset with anybody else.
So I don't think that I was upset because you have a difference of opinion. What I think is I'm not pushing my opinion on you. And what you did with your opinion was I felt, and this is how I felt, just based off of how you preference the conversation in the chat.
You're right. And you're right. You're right. You're 100% right. And I think I should have been more careful with words. There's a way that I could have gave my opinion, and I guess it shouldn't have been as brass. Does that make any sense?
It does, and I appreciate that.
So, but nevertheless, I'm arguing, and the YouTube beef is not my forte. So even with Israel Bound, if I upset you, sir, I apologize. That's just me. But nevertheless, I did send you the email to you and to Israel Bound of the pictures that the picture that was actually a screenshot from a video that I shot. Well, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at it, and I might even.
This is what made me. Go shoot the video. Is that there was a guy that made a video about the HVAC is now on top of the building, but he was looking on top of the wrong building. He was on the other side of the street. So I was curious as to whether or not it was actually a ploy. I thought it was actually fake myself. So I had to go see it for myself. So once I saw it for myself, I think it would be very disingenuous for me to know that, what he gave was not factual, and not be able to provide, something that I seen that was factual. Right.
So let me ask you a question about the quote unquote factual, right? So did you because in HVAC, this particular commercial HVAC would be actually installed on top of the roof. It's not like you can go and hang out and you see this HVAC unless you're up there. So did he do like an HVAC tour?
I'm not sure.
Like the roof and
I am not sure. I would definitely be lying to you if I told you, if I was able to speak on that. I'm not sure.
So you did not physically see the HVAC installed on the building?
Oh, no. When the truck or whatever was there, I was in Washington State. So I had my trip planned for that region, about a month ago. But when the actual truck was being bought, when the truck bought the equipment, I didn't see that. I don't live in that area. But I was able to see there was some ductwork on top of the building. I was also able to see the actual HVAC that still look like it's encased in something, but it's it's on top of the building.
Okay. Okay. There we go. So basically, and I'm not trying to be smart or anything. I'm just saying in other words, there is something that's up there, but it's not, we can't say what it is. We don't know whether it's installed or not. Clearly it's not if it's encased. And it's
so it looks like I got the picture. I just looked at it. I mean, it looks really, really vague. Like it, you know what I mean? Like it something looks off about it. It's a screenshot of a video. You can see something that let me say this. It does not look like it's sitting in the same place that it was removed. Like it seems like.
I couldn't even tell you what the first one was, but
I really can't either. But just based on seeing the crane lifting the old one off and seeing where that one is sitting, they're not sitting in the same spot. If you see what I'm saying, it just don't make sense. And so a crane would have to come back, lift that unit up again, and move it to the place it needs to go to. None of that makes any sense.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. I made mention of this, and for anybody else that's on your page that's in business, Umar Johnson spoke on the money that he lost. All right, people that he paid. Right, you recall that?
You said he spoke on what?
He spoke on money that he lost by paying black contractors. I'm gonna tell you. I'm a Pan-African, and I'm not in agreement with Umar Johnson actually hiring white contract unless he's exhausted all of his remedies. But nevertheless, and I sent him a text about this, about a dishonesty bond, and he didn't take that advice. And what people don't understand, when you're doing business, you have a contractor, and you want to make sure that your money is guaranteed and safe. There's such a thing called a dishonesty bond. So that in the event that person runs off with your money, that bond pays you back. So now that person that ran off with your money will have a hard time getting another bond because he's ran off with somebody else's money. So just moving forward, if you taking any type of approach, even if you're getting something done in your backyard, make sure that your contractor has a dishonesty bond. It only costs them less than $100, but it guarantees your money. You force him to get it.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. I think that that was kind of pushing it because nobody goes out and risks their business just to go steal money from somebody and steal a deposit on top of that. Not even the whole thing. You just still stole a deposit. Like it just doesn't add up. So at the end of the day, I appreciate you apologizing or whatever. I apologize as well because I know I tend to get up there, and that's just everybody knows that about me. But at the end of the day, facts are facts, and my only point is that if a 401c3 must show proof of finances and dealings with finances, and I can prove that, then we know that there's something wrong with this thing. And then not to mention, if you owe $100 and something thousand in taxes, and this bill and you're subject to a lien or worse, what sense does it make to put an expensive HVAC unit up there when there's no gas, no lights, though the taxes are not paid?
I mentioned that on somebody else's live. I said that if you know your car's up for repossession, you don't go and buy brand new rims to put on it. So
right.
So understood. But like I said, I just wanted to clear the air with like I said, I don't do the YouTube beef. It's not.
No, it's not a beef. It's not a beef at all. I don't know you. I don't have anything bad to say about you. I just get emotional about shit. I get elevated. You know what I mean? I don't mean no harm by it really. But at the end of the day, I like to deal, as you say, if you can present to me a fact, like you just showed me a picture of something up on that building. It could be an HVAC unit, but it doesn't look like the same thing that was taken down, that was sitting on that truck.
It doesn't.
Now, and like I said, the only reason why I looked for, because actually I was there for the block party.
Right.
I went to the block party. I left to drive. Oh shit! My phone's about to die.
Well, I got your email, man. I'm definitely gonna email you back.
All right, cool.
Yeah, this does not look anything like what was on that
No,
site.
no, not
This
at
looks
all.
like
This,
big white boxes.
you see that shit?
Yes. This is
It's a
sad.
screenshot.
This is crazy. So make a change. Did you get a copy of it? Because I can. Where is make a change at? Oh, make a change. Are you there?
Do
Hello.
you have his email address?
I don't have make a change's email. Oh, hold on. I think I do because I think he put it in the private chat. I'm about to forward this to you.
Okay. Are you talking to him or me?
I'm forwarding this to me. You already got it.
Right. So he is still here.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I got him in the show if he can talk. But Naps, what's going on? Nappy Yankee, are you there?
Hey, I'm right here. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Naps?
What's up, everybody on the panel? I am just walking. I'm just like doing a lot of running around at work, but I wanted to step in. Can y'all hear me okay?
I hear you.
Everyone hear me okay? Okay. All right, let me say this. Shout out to Q and Israel and T Pre. A year ago, I had this exact same conversation with Q with the exact same energy, and right now he's running. Never donated to him. What he is, he's a neutral party, and he's giving you everything from a legal perspective. So what it is that every time something comes up, he's gonna tell you like legally, how he's gonna give you a legal perspective on basically how maybe what Umar is doing, could be legal or why there could be a reason why he did this. Now, T-Pre, you said that he's not a scam artist. To me, he's a full-blown con man running a scam. That's just it. He's running a total fraud. But you wouldn't have so many questions if he wasn't. But the bottom line is,
it does look like that. I can say that.
It's a full con. He's a full con man. And now this nigga's blaming black people again. All right. You couldn't.
That's the part I got a problem with.
4 years, you're saying that black. I mean, outwardly. See, if I met Umar, the first thing I would say to him was like, "How are you blaming black people after we gave you millions of dollars? How are you doing that?" So he's a piece of shit, but that's not the case. The point is, Q is giving it to you from a legal perspective, and it's not emotional. Like I know he was up there when we were on Empire Esquire TV. She does things from a legal perspective. She's gonna stay away from the emotion. But the bottom line is, Umar again, he threw a party. You knew it was gonna be a success. There's food, there's dancing, there's entertainment, and Umar himself is a character and a notable figure. But weeks are gonna go by, and I got one question for Israel. Explain that whole HVAC vid that we just saw.
Okay, well, before you do that, you said that now I'm not trying to go back and forth with Conundrum, but I want him to know why I was upset with what he said. Because what you said was he's not emotional. He keeps the emotion out and he puts the legalities into it, right?
He's a lawyer.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. But the problem I had was the message that he left me was quite emotional. Okay. Where he said, this is the reason why we are so effed up as a people. And then he said, we prefer to put out misinformation, but refuse to correct information if that information is erroneous. And I'm like, well, what was erroneous about what was said in this video? And what does our decision to question this man and come for this man in regards to this school that he claims he wants to do for black boys, which by the time he gets it open, all the black boys that could go there are going to have their own HVAC companies. Okay. So where is it as we as black people? That is a very emotional thing to say. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we are not getting anywhere with that type of thought process. So that is what Umar uses. He uses that type of behavior. He uses that, gets in, try to get under the skin of black people by saying things like that. Those, we as black people, we're never going to get anywhere because we don't. What the fuck do you mean? No, we're never going to get anywhere as long as we're giving our money to niggas like this. You understand what I'm saying? Period.
Yeah.
We're not questioning niggas like this. So I hear what you're saying, but that is the reason why Conundrum and I had an issue for just a second. But I get it. I respect it, and I appreciated his apology for that, and I do accept that.
Yeah.
But that's why we had an issue.
Yeah. So with Israel, the whole dog and pony show with the HVAC, it was the video wasn't photoshopped. It got the sheeple excited. What exactly happened there? I mean, the HVAC was taken down, and I guess a new one was put up. What exactly happened with that from your perspective? Like what went down?
From my perspective, it looks like something has been staged, because I've seen and when I get off the phone, I'm gonna go do a deeper, inspection of that picture, and from what I can gather from the picture and from what I actually know about what was on the video of the unit, right? They don't initially just upon a straight visual look, they don't look like the same units. They don't look like, it doesn't look like it was sitting where it was removed, right? It was removed from more like towards the middle portion of the building, which is where an HVAC unit, a rooftop unit, would standardly sit. This unit is sitting right towards the edge. Right. Meaning somebody pushed it over there or sat it there so that it could be seen from the ground, because you couldn't see it if it was sitting back in the middle. Right. And so what that means is that somebody would have to bring out another crane, move that unit back to where it needs to be. It just don't make no sense. It's not, nobody installed a unit there. No. Nobody installed it, because what I didn't see, last thing, what I didn't see on that truck with those units that was there was what was called a curb. And that's what the HVAC unit sits on top of. When you install it, it gets dropped on what's called a curb, and it's specially fit for the unit that's going to sit there. I think it's a sham, because that unit wouldn't be sitting that close to the edge of the building. Period.
And I have one more question for you, Israel, because one of the loungers says, Umar said it's not the same one, but identical. Now we know that is a lie. We know that's a lie, because remember when we had the conversation about the HVAC, and you said you're going to go in, an HVAC technician is going to go look at the HVAC you have. They're going to go and purchase the same HVAC. There's no special customized HVACs out here. There's no diamond studded HVACs. Okay. Right. There's no Pan-African HVACs. There's just HVAC. Okay? So you're going to go and get the same exact HVAC that he had. So it would not be identical. It would be the same exact one. And if it was a train, like he said months ago, remember when he was saying that he had a train unit, right? If he had a train unit, his train unit would have had to be installed not only purchased by an HVAC tech, but in purchased and installed by a trained HVAC trained technician. I know that made not a lot of sense, but listen, they have to be a trained HVAC installer, and they have to be a trained HVAC installer to install an HVAC. That is
he went through all that. To basically, like I said before, man.
He went through all that to have a fucking party in the city of Wilmington.
Listen, listen, Miss T3. Hold on. I just remember what I was going to say earlier. Listen, I rather stick with the story that I imagined in my head about the about the HVAC. See, the HVAC was in my backyard in Brooklyn, and they said it.
Okay.
And they said they was gonna come pick it up, but Jose stole the shit.
Well, me and Jose was together. You ain't know. Me and Jose came to your.
Listen, this.
Yo, for real.
I still got it upstairs in the attic right now. Okay, so
that's all. Listen. That's all I know. Like I'm gonna clear my conscience. The shit was in my backyard. Jose stole that shit.
What?
And it's no longer my responsibility anymore. I kept that shit in my backyard for how long? We didn't have no barbecues or nothing because that damn shit was back there.
Word.
Yeah, but I will say, Q, that when he's out there he said that he had to go to the white man. 4 years in, you could not find one single legit. I mean, that right there, if that doesn't turn you off from Umar, and like I said, I know you're not a sheeple, but the other sheeple, for them to eat that up and not even call him on it, I mean, come on, bro.
I have to go and look into this further, but that picture that Q just sent me, it definitely confirms for me that there's no HVAC on top of there. That HVAC looked like, I mean, did y'all see it? Did y'all?
It looked like my kids built a clubhouse.
Listen. Whatever.
I want to make it larger.
Yeah, Miss T3, that's my weed spot. Don't mess up my weed spot, okay? We got a nice little operation set up. Don't fuck with that, okay? Weed is legal, and it's not necessarily for me, but I just got a good operation going, so I don't need y'all fucking that up. Thank you.
I got you, baby. I got you, because I got to come and get the plug anyway.
So Q, were you there? Did you go to this year's party?
Yeah, he said he was there. He was at the block party, and he got a picture, and that was the picture. So,
all right, that's cool. I mean, again,
you're on mute, Israel. You're on mute.
Can you guys hear me?
Like I said, I'm like this is like watching a slow speed car chase on the LA freeway. That's all this is to me right now.
Facts. Do y'all remember
watching the car chase in the freeway?
Nappy Yankee and Make a Change and T-Pre. Do y'all remember all the excuses since I forgot all the excuses since 2020? All the excuses? That why? That I'm just saying, do y'all remember all the excuses? Because there's been so many. I mean,
I remember.
Man, I'm gonna step down, but thanks for having me up. And like I said, man, be easy on Q. Because it's just, it's again, he's looking at it from a measured perspective, but that's about as measured as.
No, he's good. He's good over here. I'm cool with Q. I've known and talked to Q many times for over the years, especially on D Darrell's chats and stuff. Yeah, he's cool. I just didn't like that, and he understands that, and we cool now. So.
And T3,
So peace out, chat. Thanks for having me up.
Later, Nappy. T3, I'm dropping down too, because I'm going to chase out the speakeasy, because I told him about his little drive-by disses. So I'm going to run out the speakeasy now. So I'll catch y'all guys later.
All right, Glorion. Thank you for coming up. I'm going to go ahead and go in the chat and talk to y'all real quick. But Israel, so yeah, what do you have to say to that about the in regards to him saying that he tried to the HVAC is not the same one, but it's identical.
So why the hell would that one be out there then? If it's not the same one, but it's identical. What do you mean it's not the same one, but it's identical? That let's say that slowly to ourselves.
Right.
It's not the same one, but it's identical.
Right. That doesn't make sense because it should be the same one.
It's identical. Like, I know what identical means.
Right. Like, why? I don't understand why he keeps trying to make it seem like
because my mama used to say I was raised unfortunately with a liar. I mean, a bona fide, like, you know what I'm saying? And so my mama always said that when you tell one lie, you got to keep the lies coming. You can't, the truth don't never come a part of it no more.
Nope.
Because you cannot tell a lie and then start to clean it up with the truth. That's not gonna match. So when you say that something is the same, it's not the same, but it's identical. That right there already cued me that you lying.
So here's my question, right? Because we got a picture of this truck, right? And I didn't look because I was trying to look and see who that contractor is, but I never got a chance to see that. I never went to go look into that. I think I'm going to look into that a little bit more and see who this contractor is, because my question is, if they had an HVAC system on the back of that truck, right? And there was a crane company there. Clearly there was a crane that was removing an HVAC.
Well, we can prove both those things for sure.
Who those two are? Like, we should be able to prove that with no problem.
Yeah, absolutely. But once again, when you look at that picture and you look at what was on the back of that truck, you clearly see that thing is not even the same scale. It's nowhere the same size of that thing.
So I'm wondering if he just paid a.
Hey, I just looked at the
I'm sorry. Go ahead, make a change.
No, I was just saying I just looked at the picture that Q sent, and I just compared that. Just did like a Google Map comparison. So that picture is between the small school and the gym. That little easeway indentation right there. And if you look at it in Google Maps, you can't see the HVAC from there when they took, when that was recorded. So most likely what is happening is that Umar just have them rest the HVAC on top of the roof, because normally, like Israel said, when they move it, they will put it back in the same spot, because then they will have to rerun the duct work and everything. So it would make sense to put it back in the same spot. So maybe he just had them rested on top of the roof, and
No, that's what I'm saying. This is the whole thing. It can't. You can't put it anywhere other than when it came. It's not an option. Like,
it's
you don't have.
Wait, so hold on.
No, listen.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. So what I'm saying is, I got what you're saying, that maybe he just had them come and sit it there for the time being. Well, that means that you're gonna have to have another crane come out again, lift it up to move it to move it a couple feet. Why would you not put it where it's supposed to be right now? Nah, because there was no unit installed.
And that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. It wasn't installed. So I'm just saying maybe it was at the yard or wherever it was, and he just paid to have it delivered and put on top of the roof. It doesn't make any sense, but nothing makes sense with Umar.
Right, so but but that's not the same unit. That's not the same unit either.
I don't know what it is.
I look at. Well, go compare. Colors. Go compare size. We have both pictures. We have pictures of both units.
Yeah. So, but there's something in the picture that's clearly there. If you go, but that was not there in the Google Maps.
Right.
In the street view, that is not there. So you can't. And we have pictures of the roof, because I had like a drone footage or something that I got from someone, and the HVAC that is on that, where it's more in the back, so you won't be able to see it from the front. So most likely there's something that was placed on top there. What if it's the same unit, a different unit? I have no idea. But from that picture, there's clearly something there, which wouldn't make it.
But it wouldn't be an HVAC unit, and I'll tell you why it's not an HVAC unit. Okay. Because according to the HVAC suppliers that we spoke to, right, you would have to there's certain certifications before they would even release it because of the refrigerant in it. Okay. Yeah, so all of that stuff is recorded. They're not going to just leave an HVAC without installing it. He said it literally would take less than 2 or 3 hours to install the HVAC. So it would make more sense to just install it, have that completed, and then go in there and show the air conditioning working, show this working, blowing through all the shit. This motherfucker outside dancing in white marrying bitches, and he can't show you how the HVAC is actually working. So it's actually
right, and
replaced and actually working. He hasn't shown that.
And based
so
on his history, go ahead, make a change.
I have a silly question though. I'm gonna throw something in here. So could it be possible that Umar got someone, because I understand what T Pre is saying, and I agree with that 100%. But let's say I had a buddy, right, that was an HVAC tech, and I wanted to pay him to get me an HVAC. Can I not do that? I could do that. It will, So did Umar? It just seems that Umar might have paid somebody to get to buy the HVAC, but then he hadn't paid for this. Something is missing in this whole scenario. But there's something clearly on the roof from that picture. What it is, we don't know. But it just seems that he's doing stuff like halfway, because why won't you? Because there was a video with that Kelly dude went out there, and when he went out there, there was no one there. And like Israel says, normally they would put it up there and install it. It doesn't make sense to have them drop it on the roof, then pay for somebody else to come back and get a crane to lift it in position.
Right, because even if you would have just dropped it where it's supposed to be, why wouldn't you do that if you don't put it on the roof? This is the thing. And we just seen you just lifted a shell of an HVAC unit off of the roof because it was vandalized. Why then would you set a non-operational brand new unit up, installed, unattached? Man, hey, Umar, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of craziness going on. There's a lot of craziness.
There's not been an HVAC unit installed. I can assure you of that, because given Umar's history, he would have been right there with a camera showing us every step of the way, gloating.
Right, because there's no permits for the installation. They would have to pull a permit to install it, even if it's not right. There's no permits for we know it's not installed. It can't be installed because the people would still have been there when that person that made that video went out to the site. They would have stopped. So we know it's not installed. He even said, I think Umar even said in a video that they're coming in October to install it. That's what he said in a video.
It don't make no sense when all it takes is listen. That's why I explained on the show when we was on talking about all of this stuff, that a commercial installation, the most timely thing is getting it hooked up to the crane, getting it lifted, getting it set in the position. Once it's sitting down, you're talking about hooking up a gas line that's already there. You just attach it to the HVAC unit. You hook up a condensate drain so that the water can flow out from the air conditioning, and that's just a matter of sticking a pipe inside of a hole inside the unit and letting it drain to the ground. And then you hook up 3 electrical wires, and the job is done. There's nothing else to do. You would not go through all of that, getting a crane, pulling it up just to set it down in the wrong place when you could have had it fully installed in the next 35 minutes. Really, that portion of the installation, the hour and a half to 2.5 hours that I say includes getting the crane out there, getting it lifted, getting it set in place. But actually, once it's set in place, you're talking about another 35 minutes.
But is there a possibility to Israel that he just bought an HVAC unit?
What now?
No.
Could it be a?
So no,
I didn't hear the question.
No,
what was the question?
I know you can buy.
What was the question?
I know that for a fact.
I didn't hear the. What is the question?
Is there a possibility that he bought an HVAC and he didn't didn't pay for anybody to install? He's just paying to have an HVAC, which is stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't.
That's a possibility because like they said, sometimes people find ways to get these units. It's not legal. It's not but they can find ways to get it. Like you can maybe get online and order one or whatever, but that's not what he told us. That's why I said my mama said, you can't tell one lie and then start bringing the truth in. He told us initially he went to the train company and bought the unit. We know that he didn't do that. That's what we can prove. No, you didn't go to the train unit. You can't even buy one online. None of that. You're going to have to go to an authorized train dealer to get that unit.
Right.
So now that he said that, he's already stuck himself with, he's stuck with that. So you can't go then later and say, oh yeah, well, I got it from this other source and that's how I got the unit. No, we know a lie is a lie. You know what I mean? So no matter how he got it or whatever, if I had to come up with a theory, I think that he just found out somebody that knew somebody that came and showed, gave a show, and that was it. And then he got up there, put something there that make us think it was an HVAC unit. And because look, those covers that are on the front of that unit that he sent pictures of, those are not on that unit on the picture.
Well, what side are we seeing in the picture though?
Okay, picture, so if you go to the picture, let me go to the picture. Can y'all hear me still?
Picture is not, yeah, we could hear. The picture is kind of, you're only seeing a portion of it though.
Right, but this is what I'm about to tell you. That look, this is what I'm looking. This is what I'm looking at.
Color as the HVACs.
That's exactly. Right. So I start to look for things that I can prove. I can prove that that's the same side of the unit that was on the truck, the same face. Okay. Well, better than me, and so looking more at it. No, that may be that unit. Now that I'm looking at it, but whatever they did, they took it off and they put it and it's not there no more. I bet you they removed it. It's not up there now, or because why would it just be sitting right there?
The picture.
Yeah. I don't know.
All I can say is
go by there looking at the Google Maps and see if it's still up there.
Yeah. All I can say is looking at the Google Maps prior to this whole HVAC thing, you could not see the HVAC from there. And we have pictures on top of the roof. The HVAC was more in the back. So based on that picture, there's something that was placed on the roof and it's in the front. So if they took the HVAC off, which that also brings up another question though. Okay, so if they took the HVAC off and they didn't put that in the position, there's holes that goes into the roof. So now did he cover? It's just a whole bunch of questions. Because Israel, there's holes that connects the HVAC from inside to the roof. So if they took it off and they didn't cover it or put something back, it's just opened up on top there. Because normally you would just install it the same day. If he paid for installation, then why wait till October? But with Umar, you never know, man. You never know with the people.
Yeah. Well, so somebody should be able to go buy FDMG and take a picture of that unit from the street. Because it's sitting right there, right?
Yeah, I said I'm gonna go by there, and I'm gonna just randomly go by there one day.
Yeah.
I'll have somebody else do it because, like I said, I know somebody that live around there, so
he
go around there and just take some video for me or take some pictures and just show me, like, is it still up there?
Yeah, because we know that it's sitting right there. It's not installed. That's a fact. It's not. HVAC units don't sit there.
It's funny though. But you know what is whole funny about this whole thing is that Umar is making a big deal of an HVAC. I'm like, dude, people install HVACs every day, man. It's not a big deal after all these, and it's not that hard to find someone to install an HVAC.
Right. Somebody reputable too.
It's not that complicated.
Yo, the chat is lit. They say,
it's not that complicated.
Homie, I got
people
this
do that every day.
used HVAC. Wink, wink. Yo, I cannot, man. I don't understand this whole HVAC system situation. What I do think, this is what my theory is, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all what my theory is. I really do think that Umar illegally purchased an HVAC. He did purchase an HVAC, but he did not purchase it the way he was supposed to, okay? He got a discounted HVAC online, and somebody was supposed to go, and he thought he was going to go and just find some janky HVAC tech that would just install an HVAC, and he wasn't able to find that, okay? Because nobody's going to put their credentials on the line to install some janky-ass HVAC, okay, for a quote-unquote school, okay, that's going to be under the eyes of the people. So, of course, they're not going to install an HVAC that could possibly blow the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? And kill everybody in the neighborhood over something that you bought online. So as Umar is going along and he's listening to all of us, he is learning, like we are, that, oh, I have to actually really do this the right way. But in order for me to have this party, because his idea right now is to have that party. He didn't care whether the HVAC was installed or any of that stuff, because he would have did a whole show like he did when he went in that school and said that the electric was on. Okay. He would have did the same thing. He would have went in there, opening up fucking air conditioners and heaters and turning shit on. He would have made sure everybody knew that. Okay. But that's not what he did. He just showed a box on top of the building so that he can say, yes, I bought an HVAC and the HVAC is installed. Somebody probably said, yeah, I'll bring an HVAC, that you bought online. He probably got somebody to do that, but nobody's going to be dumb enough to install such an HVAC.
If you're going to be sending somebody over there to take a picture of it, you literally have to stand in that park. If you're familiar with that area, you literally have to stand in that park. You can't.
What park?
There's a park. Okay. This. Let me see.
You're talking about right next. So on the side where the HVAC is supposed to be, okay, that's the side where Umar's painted on the wall, right?
Right. Okay. So now,
hold on. So there is a park that is on the other side behind the high school. I am very familiar with that area. I used to live around there.
Right. So you would literally have to, because when I went back, I didn't take that picture until yesterday. But
I don't have to go there. I don't have to go back to that park to see that. I should be able to stand right there in front of that school.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying.
At that building and see that right there, because it's on the edge.
No, it's hard to see. I'm telling you, I walked all around it, and I tried my best to see it. You literally.
I'm in agreement with you. That thing is sitting right at the edge of the building. There's no way you can't see it as soon as you walk up to the building.
I think I'm looking at it again. I think the picture is a little deceptive. Looking at it again, now that what he told me where he took it from, and looking at the footage, the drone footage of the roof, it might be in the correct place.
Yeah, I tried. I tried walking all around. I tried to get it from different angles. T-Pre. It wasn't until I was able to go stand right in the park, and I was on the street side of the gate, but I was actually right at the park. That's the only way I was able to see it.
Yeah, he might. Yeah.
All right, listen, y'all. I gotta end my show. I got some shit I gotta do. So, but I appreciate y'all. We are gonna continue this conversation in the future. I might even go live later on tonight and just finish the conversation up, because I think we were really getting somewhere with this HVAC. But at the end of the day, he ain't got no HVAC. And yeah, that's just what it is. So I'm sorry, y'all. I do have to go though. But y'all got any final words?
Hey Q, could you send me a copy of that picture?
I can send a copy to you, make a change. I got your email right here.
Okay, I appreciate it. Hey, good show, man. The HVAC saga continues.
The HVAC saga continues. He ain't got no HVAC, period.
Oh, man. I'm going to drop
All right, so
have a good day, everybody.
All right, you too, guys. And listen, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Guys, I will hit y'all later. We'll probably do the AAS reactions and everything later on. But yeah, I got to go. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace, guys.